Well, there's one celebrity in this post I'm going to defend, and one I'm going to tear a new one for, huh? Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original Queen Mecha the Merciless, especially over here on this platform that we're looking at right now. Paul F. Tompkins had the nerve to go after an article that was released earlier today about Terry Gilliam. Now, I was going to do this article anyway, and I'm so glad that little Mr. Paul F. Tompkins put his 2 cents. Now, who's Paul F. Tompkins? Well, he's one of the comedians that I remember watching quite a bit in the 90s. This guy with a little mustache. Oh, you know what? Yeah, theme song time. Yeah, Paul F. Tompkins, if you don't know, he's been involved on some of the Riff Tracks live shows, stuff like Mr. Show, etc., etc. I remember from Mr. Show, stand-up comedy. I used to enjoy him quite a bit, not since his little escapades over here. No. So, the article states, Terry Gilliam, in an interview. Now, if you guys know anything about me, you know I am a huge Monty Python fan. And if you know anything about Monty Python, you'll know Terry Gilliam is the token American who did the he did all the funny cartoons and stuff. And really, yeah, one of the pieces of Monty Python. That's all you need to know. Monty Python, one of my favorites. An article recently that came out for The Independent says, I'm tired of white men being blamed for everything. Yeah, me too. Oh yeah, me too. And not only that, I'm tired of these woke celebrities going around trashing people for what? For what? Existing in a different time. So of course I had to clap back a little bit at Paul F. Tompkins, and I said, you think another old white dude would be a little more supportive of someone speaking out against prejudice? That's okay, you're a straight white guy in Hollywood, you'll have to apologize for existing soon enough. Oh yeah, you will, because you know what happens with these SJWs. They each their own. Oh yeah, they do. They always have to apologize for something. They said something. And of course, this guy's a comedian, came out of the Mr. Show days. Of course, he's going to be apologizing for something eventually soon, if he hasn't already. So let's take a look at this article. I really wanted to do this because I am tired of talking about Star Wars for a couple of days, and I'm so happy this one popped up. Terry Gilliam says, I'm tired of white men being blamed for everything wrong with the world. Me too. I am too, because guess what? It's all of us. It's been generations and generations and generations of everything. And yeah, it's just a very undereducated way of looking at things now, isn't it? That people like Paul F. Tompkins are out there just complaining about it. Makes me disgusted. It just makes me disgusted that some of these older celebrities, and I consider Paul F. Tompkins to be an older celebrity as well, even though he's probably only about 5 years older than me, are just dogpiling and ganging up on the boomers? The people that they were clearly influenced by. Clearly, pretty much anybody who came out of comedy anywhere is influenced by Monty Python, and I know it, you know it, we all know it. By his own admission, Terry Gilliam is offensive. But it's not his fault, it's yours. Actually, this is a good case where you can blame the consumer. If they're offended by a product, they shouldn't have to consume it. And that's okay. But here's the thing with the being offended by stuff, garbage, is that the people who are offended get it in their little minds. Then they have to go and censor everything instead of just taking responsibility and saying, hey, I'm offended by that. I probably don't want to watch that. You know, he's absolutely right. Being offended is nobody's fault but the consumer. And I do also blame a little bit the culture that we're in now, where they have to so much, also crop your articles better. Don't put the headline this big and then the body of text this big. It's The Independent, crop your articles better. But But no, he's right. He's right. People work so hard to be offended now, he says with a grin. I don't know why I'm doing it. It's not fun anymore. He seems to be enjoying himself today, though. Oh, now here we go. His opinion that the Me Too movement is a witch hunt, that white men are the real victims. It's the women who hold all the power. The bigger that smile. Here's the thing. This is what I've been saying too. These ladies knew exactly what they were doing, going in, using their, to go in and be like, you're gonna get me a part in that movie, Mr. Director? Maybe a little bit. And then they have the balls to go and be like, oh, you're a white man and you took advantage of me. Bullshit. Half the time they did. And I know there's some circumstances where you might have some very, very, very naive people, especially today people who don't understand how the world works. They're getting more and more naive because they're so sheltered. These are the C's get degrees. Everybody moves to the next grade. Everybody gets a medal and an award sort of problem is that nobody takes responsibility for anything. Nobody has any of these life lessons they have to learn because one person got offended and now they have to censor and fix and destroy everything. That is the biggest problem here, in my opinion. We're in his publicist's London office to discuss the new film, The Man Who Killed Don Quixote, but the 9-year-old writer-director and former Monty Python member has other ideas. I'm so bored of talking about the film, he groans and rolls up his sleeves of a maroon overshirt. See, this is somebody who she wants to be a novelist. She's going super descriptive. Oh, with gray hair, cut short, except for a long rat's tail. I'm not gonna go in. If you want to read her article, she's a writer. She's clearly a writer. So they do go into the backstory about how long it's taken to get the Don Quixote movie in production. That's one that I've been hearing about for a very long time, too. And, of course, the biography, the Monty Python stuff, which, of course, we all know. You know me. I'm a huge Python fan. And of course, he's done everything from 12 Monkeys, Brazil, etc., etc. If you're in Loathing in Las Vegas. Angelica's a young woman who was in Toby's film when she was 15. He told her she could be a star, but he hasn't spoken to her in years since. And attempts to make good on his predictions have failed. Now she works as a model and escort. In the age of Me Too, here's a girl who takes responsibility for her state, says Gilliam. Whatever happened in the character's life, she is not accusing anybody. We're living in a time where there's always somebody responsible for your failures, and I don't like this. That is exactly what we need. This is so refreshing. This is why this is a good video and a bad video at the same time. Because this is such a refreshing take on things. And of course you have to have somebody with a little bit of years behind them and some wisdom and talent to come in and say these things. No, I didn't say turn on the thing. But thanks anyway, I guess my writing crop has much more magical powers than I thought it did. Yeah, we're living in a time when there's always somebody responsible for your failures, and I don't like this. I want people to take responsibility and not just constantly point the finger at somebody else saying, you ruined my life. Yeah. The day we meet Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein, who's been accused by dozens of women of this and this and this and this, broke his silence to lament the fact that his work has been forgotten and to boast that he's a pioneer of female-led films. Isn't it a bigger problem that men are refusing to take responsibility for being the abusers and abusing their power? No, when you have power, you don't take responsibility for abusing others. You enjoy the power. That's the way it works in reality. And then there's that phrase that comes up, witch hunt. Yeah, I said it. Me Too is a witch hunt, he says. There's a silence. I really feel that there's a lot of people, decent people or mildly irritating people who were getting hammered. That's wrong. I don't like mob mentality. These were ambitious adults. This is exactly what I've been saying. These are ambitious adults. These are women who go in and are like, hey boss, Mr. Director, can I do anything for you? Can I do anything for you? Maybe give me a... And they know what they're doing. Come on. There's a reason why I wear low-cut stuff and have a riding crop. It is not because I am the victim here. It's because I am in charge and I know what is going to do best. At least I hope it will. You know, who knows anymore? There are many victims in Harvey's life, he adds, and I feel sympathy for them. But then Hollywood is full of very ambitious people who are adults and they make choices. We all make choices, and I could tell you who did make the choice and who didn't. I hate Harvey. I had to work with him. I know the abuse, but I don't want people saying that all men, because on the 1991 film Fisher King, 2 producers were women. One was a really good producer, and the other one was a neurotic bitch. It wasn't about their gender. It was about their position of power and how people use it. Exactly. Being neurotic and an alleged you-know-what are not the same thing, though. Many women have made very legitimate accusations. See, that's the thing, though. Ooh. Okay, he continues. And those are true, but the idea that this is such an important subject, you cannot find anything humorous about it. Wrong. Again, yes, you have to take some levity about some things, and you have... Gilliam mentions a famous actor he was speaking to recently. She has got her story of being in the room and talking her way out. She says, I can tell you all the girls who didn't, and I know who they are, and I know the bumps in their careers. The point is, you make choices. I can tell you about a very well-known actress coming up to me and saying, what do I have to do to get in your film, Terry? I don't understand why people behave as if that hasn't been going on as long as there have been powerful people. I understand that men have more power longer, but I'm tired as a white male of being blamed for everything that is wrong with the world. I didn't do it. Yes. Oh my God. That's the biggest message, I think, of this video, is that this mentality in the world that this old white dude, it's become such a meme too. I think half the time these kids don't even understand what they're saying. It's just that, oh, you're just no white dude. You're just no white dude. You're just no white dude. And yes, that works in the appropriate context. But you know who I also kind of consider when I hear that, and when I'm understanding what that is to me, because that is to me establishment. That doesn't have as much to do with the skin color as the income level, class, and the time frame of people taking advantage of other people, or the time that they came out of. And it's not always men, and it's not always white men. You have women, you have powerful female executives who are probably just as bad. And I mean, come on, look at Kathleen Kennedy and her little whipping boy Rian Johnson over in the Star Wars camp. Amy Pascal, you can't tell me her chucking a sandwich over Kevin Feige. She hasn't done some other pretty shaded, underhanded things, in my opinion, over at Sony. You can't tell me any of that stuff. So I think women can be just as vicious and just as ruthless, and we also understand that we can be manipulative and we can get sympathy when people think that we're being taken advantage of. So we are not only, and I'm not just selling out my fellow females, I'm giving a little bit more of a sane, rational, logical insight to this as a female in this business, in this industry, in anything. You need to use what you can when you have it. And sometimes if you're not okay with that, then there's other ways around it, but your road might be a little longer, a little harder, and there's nothing wrong with one way or the other. But considering the fact that some people are just flipping on their crap just to say, poor me, because we know over in the GG, because I'm not allowed to say those because those will get flagged, but those ladies instigated, the Sarkeesians and the ZQs and those people, those women were the instigators. Oh yeah, they were. And we haven't forgotten that. So those type of ladies were the instigators in a lot of things. Not only that, they also had the ability to manipulate by being the little girls and crying in front of the cameras when they got called on their crap. It's deeply frustrating to argue with Gilliam. He is both the devil and advocate. I try to say it's not that white men are to blame for everything, but they are born with certain privileges that too often they exploit. He interrupts. It's been so simplified, is what I don't like. When I announce that I'm a black lesbian in transition, people take offense at that. Why? Because you're not. Why am I not? How are you saying that I'm not? Are you? You've judged me and decided that I was making a joke. You can't identify as black, though. Okay, here it is. Go on Google, type in the name Gilliam, watch what comes up. That's going to come up. The majority are black people, so maybe I'm half black. I just don't look it. But earlier, he described himself as a white man. See, and this is the thing. No, this is the thing. We're catering so much to how people feel. Oh, you hurt my feelings. I feel like this because I'm identifying as this week. And we're not poking fun of people who genuinely legit struggle with things. But I'm just not as sympathetic to catering and walking on eggshells for everybody all the time. Sorry, where's people having to cave for me every once in a while? I don't get that. Oh, no, because of the shade of my skin. No, that's not even the case anymore. So this whole message that white people have no, white people have some privileges that other people don't. But guess what? Black people have some privileges that white people don't have too. Get over this whole, some people have it worse than others. Yeah, they do. I get it. Some people have it better than others. I don't like the term black or white. I'm now referring to myself as melanin light male. I can't stand the simplistic, tribalistic behavior that we're going through at the moment. He smiles. I'm getting myself in deep water, so I have to trust you. I'm not sure what he's trusting me to do, she says. Oh, trust you to not slander him and slam him even more, right? And not get on your little high horse about, oh, but you're an old white dude and you're just a problem. Talking about being a man accused of all the wrong in the world because I'm white-skinned. So I better not be a man. I better not be white. Okay, so since I don't find men sexually attractive, I gotta be a lesbian. What else can I be? I like girls. These are just logical steps. She answers, they don't seem logical. Well, that's because you're dealing with illogic, right? You don't understand. This author, the writer of this article, doesn't understand that no. You're being the illogical one. You guys are the people not making sense. We're in this day and age where everything's just, oh, you're no white dude, you're no white dude, you're no white dude. And it gets annoying. It's like, okay, well, if all the old white dudes are the problem, then maybe, then how do you come to this conclusion? Because they're just sitting around drinking beer, watching sports ball or whatever the fuck they're doing. How is that a problem? I've never felt like one of them owned me. I've never felt like one of them took taken advantage of me. No. I felt more taken advantage of when I don't get my discounts at the dispensary. Ugh. These are the logical steps, yeah. I'm just trying to make you start thinking. You see, this is the world I grew up in. And with Python, we could do this stuff. We weren't offending people. We were giving people a lot of laughter. Yeah, see, they were giving people laughter who could think. Ah! I know, I need an echo sound effect. People cannot think anymore. That is the biggest problem, is that nobody thinks and realizes that when people are like, oh, you're just a white dude. Maybe, I'm tired of all this old white dude bashing. Oh, you should just go lay down then. Like little Mr. Paul F. Tompkins says. He's right about that. But at best, Python was silly and whimsical. It was more pointed satirical moments. Punching up, not down. At its worst, it missed the mark, objectifying women. Objectify this, toots. Yeah. Woo, take it out. What does she look like? Let's objectify her a little bit. I'm gonna do it. What the hell? Let's objectify her. What do you look like, sweetheart? We gotta scroll all the way back up. Well, she's a nuggo. Amanda, let's objectify you, huh? Shall we, sweetheart? Oh, I can't, because you are so non-feminine that why are you even wearing makeup? I'm offended you chose to wear makeup without doing your eyebrows. I'm offended that you're not smiling in your photo looking like you want to be there. I'm offended you have a collar up to your neck like a Puritan. Take out your tits, show them, let them fly, have some pride in your appearance. Shut your mouth. And I'm so tired of these people too. I'm tired of them too. I'm tired of them too, buddy. This is why I got George Carlin over my shoulder at all times, because I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of the crap, and I think it's about time we start taking back the world from these puritanical, pearl-clutching pussies. It's sort of just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh, at its worst, it missed the mark objectifying women when it wasn't depicting them as shrill and preposterous and using slurs that would rightly horrify people today. I'm into diversity more than anybody, he says, but diversity in a way you think about the world, which means that you can hate what I just said. That's fine, no problem. Oh, I love Terry Gilliam so much. That's fine, no problem. I mean, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but fundamentalism always ends up being you have to attack other people who are not like you. And that's what makes me crazy. Yes! Oh, yes, yes, yes. Leave my old idols from Monty Python to bring logic into this world of other people who I used to actually like, you know, people like little Mr. Paul F. Tompkins there. No, you're just not smart enough, sweetheart. No, Cupcake, you're just not smart enough. I'm going back to my boomers who actually had brains and balls and could entertain me without calling me a bunch of names and gave me intelligent stuff. See, now I'm gonna start crying because I'm just so tired of this crap. I'm so tired of this crap too. Life is fantastic. It's wonderful. It's so complex. Enjoy it and play with it and have fun. That's why I didn't become a missionary. That was my plan. I quite liked the little zealot when I was young. Or I was quite like the little zealot when I was young. But when their God couldn't take a joke, I thought, oh, this is stupid. Who won't believe in a God that can't laugh? Yes. Yes! My intent on YouTube is to try and make you guys laugh a little bit. I mean, I'm not Monty Python. I have no misgivings about my skill level. I'm no Monty Python, but man, we need a little bit more of this in our lives. So bravo. I applaud you, Terry Gilliam. I don't know. I always had trouble deciding which was my favorite Python, and you're squeaking back up there again, Mister. You know, for an American, you're okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Mecha Random 42. Fuck Paul F. Tompkins and his little fucking mustache. Terry Gilliam's the king. See you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!